Hi guys, Dazzie here with comic haul number 35 in what was a pretty light week for me, but I have gotten for more quality over than quantity. I've really started to enjoy the independent titles more so than the mainstream at the moment, so kind of focused on picking up what I think are really key independent titles and books that are hot at the moment. So let's get into those books. Starting with just a couple of freebies. And up first we got the Marvel Universe free issue that previews their upcoming titles. Always a good read. Then of course we've got DC Nation, and the DC Nation books are actually starting to gain in value. This is issue 5. Really cool Batman Who Laughs on the front cover there. Of course he's getting his own title soon, and he will be having a sidekick, so that's quite exciting. Looking forward to looking through that. Okay, Forbidden Planet sent through a couple of books from the previous week as well. I also got an issue that I was after from Place in Space on eBay, and the Place in Space issue was this stunning foil cover from, of course, Art German. That's Supergirl 23. Stunning work. Now, I'm not a big fan of these foil covers. In fact, I've only going to have 2 in my collection. I've got another one coming through the post. They damage really easily, so virtually impossible to find any without ticks. There's 1 or 2 slight ones on this one, but generally a pretty good graded book. And what I like about Art German is he's so different in his styles, isn't he? To compare, you know, I used to think he could only do like sort of the manga kind of face, but then you see something like this, and of course this is his Catwoman issue 4, I believe. Yeah, issue 4, and what a stunner it is, guys. What a stunner. Of course, there's a lot of hidden treats for you if you look in the mask, for instance. You just got to really gaze at that. It is kind of sad, really, that because his books are so mass produced that he doesn't really have the killer cover, say that Middleton does with his Batgirl 23, because that was so underordered. But the fact that, like I say, this for me is his standout cover so far. Absolutely gorgeous, photorealistic, and the various styles, just so much on that Supergirl is incredible. So hats off to you, Archer. It was in fact my daughter, the Cryptic Wolf, who first put me onto his work. So yeah, and this was months prior to me really collecting his stuff. My other book I got from Forbidden Planet, you know, that one came with a couple of ticks in, and it's disappointing. It really is when you get them sent through the post. But this one is a higher grade, and this one I'm delighted because for me it's the best Ghost Rider cover that I have ever seen. And this is Cosmic Ghost Rider issue 4, and this is the variant Max Lim Battle Lines cover. Absolutely stunning. And this is the first full appearance of Punisher Thanos. Yeah, another mashup. Will it ever end? But I just bought that for the cover, really. I am reading Cosmic Ghost Rider. It is not my favourite read at the moment, but we'll see where it goes. It's all a bit too zany for me, really, at the moment. I do think Cosmic Ghost Rider is here to stay, though. So I went to Bristol on an adventure. One book in particular I was after, which was The Source from Scout Comics. But could I find it? No. I have managed to find one on eBay. That book is blowing up beyond at the moment. I wasn't going to pay 20 plus. I got it for 12, I think, which I'm happy about. So I'm looking forward to getting that one through the post. So what did I find in the shops in Bristol? Well, I'd already pre-ordered this because, of course, you know my love for the Middleton artwork. And this is that stunning Aquaman, I think it's 41. Yeah, Aquaman 41. Again, it's just another beautiful variety he has in his work. And like I say, there was a regular cover of Aquaman, which was quite nice as well, but I'm a Middleton fan, so I'll always stick with his work. And like I said, I've got another one coming through the post, so I'll have 2 copies of that one. I think that's the start of a new story arc for Aquaman as well. Now this I'm disappointed with, because it's another Battle Lines cover, and this is for the Life of Captain Marvel, issue 4. And the reason I picked it up, it's the first full appearance of Captain Marie-L. Captain Marie-L. And it's the origin retold of Captain Marvel. Like I say, it is a Battle Lines cover. But what I'm disappointed at, I blame myself really, but how are they even putting books on the shelves like this? Can you, I don't know whether you can see it, make it out. Look at this here. And here. It's just shocking. Absolutely shocking. And even down at the bottom. Don't know whether you can see it. Down around here. But how you can put a book on the shelf with that sort of on the cover. Like I say, I blame myself. I'm usually so thorough. But that is just terrible. Right. Up next. It was talked about in great depth. But I don't know. It's another mashup, isn't it, at the end of the day. I grabbed it. It's Thor issue 6. This is pretty hot at the moment. This is the regular Esed Ribic cover. And now the reason I've picked this up, I don't know why I have really. It's the first appearance of Loki, the Necro God, the All Butcher, the end. Yeah. So we get him right on the last panel. And a new appearance for Loki, I suppose. I don't know. It's not doing much for me really, these mashups. At least DC made an effort, didn't they, with these new heroes. Things like Silencer and Sideways were absolutely great reads, I thought. So, shame on you, Marvel, at the moment. Just flogging. Besides Weapon H and Cosmic Ghost Rider, I don't think any of them are going to stick. Next cover I picked up, and it has got a little bit of damage again, is Marvel Zombie. This is the hot In Hook Lee cover. And it is a nice one. It is a nice cover, guys. But again, there's some sort of dodginess going on at the bottom of the book. There's some kind of lines across the bottom there. See it at the bottom? A little bit of whiteness. Of course I just inspected the spine because I looked for ticks and I didn't even check the bar. So it's just disappointing. Okay, like I say, that's my mainstream books. Then I went after some independents. And on one of my hot comic book alerts, I believe I mentioned them all. And really enjoyed issue 1. Issue 2 is going crazy online at the moment. You can't get it for under like 15 to 20. So I picked up a really minty copy. This is probably a 9/8 all day long. And this is The More, issue 2. Just a regular cover. Of course, I look for the incentive. No, nothing there. But looking forward to reading that. I picked up the free comic book recently. Issue 1 was fantastic. Not at all what I expected. It's dark, but it's got some comedic elements too. So looking forward to that issue. Another book that is blowing up. Like I say, I'm enjoying collecting the independents more so than the mainstream at the moment. I'm going for books with small print runs. That's what I'm enjoying. And this is a book that, like I say, is blowing up. It's going for 20 plus at the moment online. And this is The Ogre. Beautiful cover. I love it. And this is from Source Point Press. Yeah. And this is a story which I really find the concept really good. I'm looking forward to reading this later today. A reluctant monster sets off on an adventure with a corpse and its ghost. That is just brilliant, isn't it? So, like I say, it's blowing up on the forums too. I'm looking forward to reading this, The Ogre. Now this is a book that is still blowing up from last week. Surprised to find it on the shelf still. It's not a 9.8, it's probably, what have I put it at? 8.5, 9 probably. That's probably why it's still there. But this one could still get probably 15 to 24 because this book is going crazy. Low print run. It is The Savage Shores from Vault Comics. The Savage Shores. And this is about an ancient demon who stows away on a ship to a new land only to find there are older and deadlier demons than himself. Again, I like that cover. Tiny print run, and again, it's a £20 book. It'll probably settle down at about 10, but you're making profit straight off. Okay, so that was my purchases in Bristol. Well, I got one pretty decent back issue. But yesterday I thought, well, I only had like 11 or 12 books, and I thought I've got to pick up a couple more. So I headed down to my mate Lee's shop down in the antique store in Gloucester, and I struck some gold. It's some independent gold. He wasn't there, so I probably would have even got an even better price. But I was happy with what I paid, because these are books that have been on the, they've all been optioned. And I'm just excited to see if they do pan out. If not, I've got a good read. Now, I did pay probably a little bit more than I wanted to on this first book. I paid £8. But looking online, this is going for 20. And this is Rat Queens, issue 1. And this is the regular Rock Upchurch cover. I do like the premise of this. It's just a team of women going out. I think they're elves. And kicking butt. So, looks good. Now, this was optioned way back in 2014 or 15, I believe. And they were talking of making an animated show of 30 minutes in length for each episode. So, even if it doesn't pan out, I still got hopes for Rat Queens. Like I say, it is quite a hot book for Image. On to this next book. Delighted to find this for the price. And this was £6 I paid for this. And like I say, it has been optioned. And I think it's going to be appearing on either Amazon or Netflix. I think it's Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. And this was only recently optioned. This is Image, again. And this is Lazarus, issue 1. And this is as minty as it gets. This is 9698 all day long. And like I say, this is going to be a TV show by all accounts. And it's the first appearance of Forever Carlyle, James Mann, Jonah Carlyle. And this is the regular Lark cover. Again, I've seen this range from 15 to up to like 50. So to get it for 6, I'm pretty stoked about that. Now, the last book is another, well, it's an Image property, which is Top Cow. And this is a book that is currently blowing up. I reported it on recently on one of my hot comic book alerts, and delighted to get it, because online you ain't going to get this for under 25 at the moment. I paid just £4 for this, and it's a good copy, and I've read it, and it's going to make good television if it comes to fruition. And this is Think Tank. Think Tank. Basically, it's about a guy who's he's like a child genius. He grows up and he ends up working for the government, and he is creating weaponry, basically, and you know, bombs and all sorts. And he is feeling guilty about doing it, so he's trying to get out, but they're kind of not letting him. And it is a good read, guys. It really is. So, like I say, I think this was one of 4 that was optioned at the time, but along with Thief of Thieves, Nailbiter, and The Darkness. Now, I've ordered Witchblade, issue 10, which is the first appearance of Darkness. If that ever arrives, because it still hasn't been dispatched, I don't think, and I've messaged him, and he happening at the moment. But yeah, those 4 books have just recently been optioned in the last week or so. So to get that for 4, delighted. Now my final book I'm going to show, like I say, I didn't get too many, but I'm happy with what I did pick up. Is a book that I passed on a couple of years ago because I was only collecting DC, and I regretted it ever since because it's a book that's really bugged me. You know, one of those ones you regret. But I found it, and I found it for £2, and it's in pretty good nick. And it's a bit of a nostalgic book, really. It's bigger over in America, the toy company, but you know, we know of it in the UK. But it has been talked about that they're going to make a film, including Rom and G.I. Joe and the Transformers and everything, I think. And this is Micronauts issue 1. Yes. Now, there are only really 2 key issues in this series, which is this one, and I think it's issue 8, which is Captain Universe. So to get that legend, the Micronauts, issue 1, for £2, I'm delighted. That's it, guys. That's my books for today. But, of course, I always like to show what's coming. Books that I think are going to do well. Some nice specs for the future. And there's a ton that are coming of interest. And where to start this coming Wednesday? Well, of course, I will have to start with what I think is going to be a big book, because I think, by all accounts, this one has been under-ordered. I know in the UK, on the Forbidden Planet, it was limited to 1 per customer. And I put an order in for this one ages ago, so it better come to fruition. And this is that stunning, absolutely stunning, this could rival 23 for me, Batgirl from Middleton. And that is issue 28 of Batgirl. Issue 28 of Batgirl. It's a beauty, guys. Really is. And it is a bit of a week for Middleton, because he's got another book coming out that I like the cover of as well. And anything Middleton I'll snap up. But this looks good. I've got the original series, I think. And this is Middleton's cover for the Books of Magic. Bit of a Harry Potter theme there, look. Books of Magic. What else we got coming this week? They're my 2 standouts, obviously. Now, Frizen, I'm not a big fan of Jenny Frizen. A lot of her Wonder Woman, I think, looks off. The only one I really liked was last week's, and I couldn't find it. So I'm a bit sad about that. I think that was 56. Well, this one's just coming out. And this is issue 57. Now that, to me, is a little bit on the ugly side. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm not blown away with it. So I'm not sure I'll be getting that. I just thought I'd show it because Frizen is pretty hot at the moment with her work. Now, a book this is a puzzling one. I've ordered 2 copies of this. Now, I think in America it's coming out this week, but in the UK it says it's not coming out till, I think, November the 4th. Now, I picked this up, the first print of this recently. I paid 15 quid for it, which is a steal, because it's a 30 quid book still. And this is another one from Source Point Press. This is the second print. So if the first print had a 1600 print run, and that was The Rejected. Now, they're coming out with a second print this week. Guys, get on it if you can. If you're a collector of like low print runs, which I now am getting into, The Rejected, and what a stunning cover it is. I think it's my friend Comic Vantage has said this is frame worthy, and I think it is. That is a bit creepy. I think this book is going to get optioned. I am fairly certain from the rumours I've been gathering on the forums and stuff. So get on to that. Like I say, I've ordered a couple of copies. I'm going to hopefully send one off to Comic Vantage. Another book. Now, this is getting some heat. It's an anniversary issue, and it's a David Finch variant. And I do like David Finch. As you can tell, my avatar is me and David Finch. Nice photo with me getting some books on. This is Moon Knight, issue 200. Do like that cover, so that might be one for me. Like I say, I do like Moon Knight. Got his first appearance in Werewolf by Night 32. So that's his issue 32. sorry, issue 200 of Moon Knight coming up from David Finch. Now, Spider-Gwen recently finished now and became Ghost Spider. So we now have Spider-Gwen, aka Ghost Spider. Now there's 3 covers coming out for this. The art germ is stunning, but this is the Battle Lines cover, which is getting some heat. That is nice. This is, I think this is the Bengal regular cover, if I'm not mistaken. Not so keen on that one. But again, it's got a bit of buzz. And of course, we're going to finish with that, with the, wow, what I just think is a gorgeous art germ. Look at that one, guys. Wow. Beautiful. And the final book I'm going to show coming out this week is, there is a Spider-Girls coming out. And I think this is a Putri cover. Of course, Putri is hot, so this might get some steam. And that is Spider-Girls coming out this Wednesday. Just to finish with a couple of covers down the line. This is Freezing again. This is Wonder Woman 58, which is coming on the 14th of November. Again, it's okay. It's okay. Not too keen on the face, really. Then, of course, wow. Matina's hot at the moment, isn't he? My word. Well, he's got Deathstroke 37 coming out on the 7th of November. And this is the best Two-Face cover I've ever seen. Deathstroke 37, guys. Look at this artwork. Oh, my days. If you don't get that, guys, that is going to be hot. That's going to be up there with these other recent Rogues Gallery, I think, from Deathstroke 36, was it? Wow. Great Deathstroke in the background too. And then finally, I'm going to show one I just think is a little bit on the ugly side. And X-Men Black are firing out numerous titles at the moment. Well, we got one from Adam Hughes here. Now, Adam Hughes has done some good work, obviously. I mean, Wonder Woman in the past was fantastic. And I loved his Superman 4 just the other day. It was gorgeous. But then he's brought out this. And this is X-Men Black Emma Frost. And it's like, I don't know. To me, it looks a bit like a drag queen. What's your thoughts? Bit creepy. She looks creepy, guys. I don't know. That's not the Emma Frost I remember. Okay, so that's my spec books. I've showed you my books. There's going to be lots of alerts coming out. I've still got some showcases to fire your way as well. I'm up to 472 subscribers. Thanks a million to everybody. It really, really does mean the world to me. If you like what you see, guys, please subscribe. Tick the bell so you get my notifications. Comment, like, share, all that jazz, because it means a lot. It keeps me coming back. Well, to be honest, I'd still do it if I had no subscribers. I just enjoy comics. Take care, guys. That's Daz, over and out. Bye-bye for now.